Hey YouTube, it is Kira Duran, and I hope that you are doing so well. I am going to be sharing with you some of the energy updates for this week, as well as like this huge timeline that I'm seeing now through about March 16th. This is going to be a little bit more of a lengthy video, meaning over 10 minutes. So if you need to come in and out, that's fine. Share it. Definitely subscribe and hit the bell if you have not. So what I'm seeing is like this phenomenal movement in the cosmos beyond the sun, specifically with the Sirian star nations, the Pleiadian star nations, as well as the archangels. But really with the fire element in our planet and the really the fire element everywhere. How the fire element and solar element, I'm seeing them a little bit different, are really moving time space for this star system. So what does that mean for us? So I'm seeing that definitely I'm not an astrologer, but Mercury and Pluto are creating some sort of alliance to open up these gates to help the sun move more inertia through this star system, and of course this planet. So I'm seeing all around the Antarctica opening. I'm seeing the Pacific areas of the Pacific Ocean opening. I'm seeing more like heat that's going to be released from the Earth, which could affect the waters of our planet. Because the solar codes that are coming in have everything to do with freedom. Like it's just like ripping things away, and you're going to feel it in your body. You're going to feel it in your psyche. You're going to feel it at some level, because anything that is of the past, which has to do with interplanetary and interdimensional slavery, basically is getting kicked to the door. So yes, you are doing the work, right? Just by living here and being here and choosing to be here, you're doing the work. Can we speed it up? Yes. Can we make it more conscious? Absolutely. Are there ways that we can, purify ourselves and be more open? That's what I want to focus on, is because now through March 16th, what I'm seeing is like our vessel really there's two ways I want to speak to this. Our vessel really needs to be at the vibrational capacity to allow ourselves to exist where our planet's going. And it's not just like it's beyond being a good person. It's beyond just, oh, I'm following my highest bliss, or subscribing to some of these spiritual communities that, just basically want you to be Delulu. All right. You are the elements. You are on a physical planet. We're on a crystal that is activating. She was deactivated and she is reactivating, which means that there's a whole influx of light and sound and new codes that are going to not just restore, but move through the waters, move through the forests, move through the vegetation, move through the animals, move through yourself. Okay. And this is a new experience in the universe, and it is a new experience for many of us that came into this body. So the exciting part of this is that it is activating new channels in your body. Okay. So one thing I want to share that I've been working with on, definitely more my one-on-one clients. And if you would like to know what that entails, just go to kiraduran.com, find my booking link, and book the talk if you want to learn how to work together, one-on-one, group, or retreats. But I've been seeing the heart expand. So I'm like literally have been like helping activate other people's DNA, their RNA, and these and every single vessel is different. I can see it when I'm with you, meaning I can see where your soul has traveled, which imprints, which different type of genetic coding you have from different star nations that overlay your human codons rather, genetic codes that will help you have the capacity to hold this information in. So basically what I'm trying to share here is I've been seeing how the Sirian star nations and the Pleiadian star nations have been helping people increase their capacity in the heart first. So I'm like literally seeing and helping do this, basically 2 heart chakras coming in around the body to also help stabilize the kidneys. I saw the kidney activation starting in 2018, but it really started an influx because our root chakras collectively are still being attuned to the higher dimensions, because a big part of the agenda for freedom is to get us all into abundance. Yes, that's financial abundance, but it's also, you know, the abundance of health, the abundance of our quantum senses that brings in new life force, new super consciousness in through the vessel. That's what I mean when I say that, like really having the relationship with time space to slow down and not just heal, but step into a new body. Because like this physical body, and a lot of the work that I've been doing with people one-on-one has been accessing, because some of our bodies genetically have not ever moved through ascension before. And so I'm accessing new fields of information to bring the codes or the information to influence the body on this leap of consciousness. It's not just mental, it's not just spiritual, it's not just emotional, it's physiological, it's chemical. Okay. And so I've been, areas to pay attention to right now is the root, and of course the emotional, the spiritual, and the mental releases. But then that makes room for new information. That's a new mindset. That's new emotional responses in the body. It's new physical and neurological connections that are naturally forming inside of you. So just be with it. Like if you feel out of sorts, or if you feel like the just just allow yourself to be there. But the heart, this double, I'm calling it the double heart chamber that the Pleiadians and Sirians are helping us with, is actually making space for our root chakra and the kidneys to expand. That's what I'm seeing happen in our bodies, and for our root to be recoded into the origin frequency of our mother planet, which is a big fucking deal. It really is. And so I want to share with you that the month of December still might feel like a lull. It's not a time to force anything. It's a time to get curious. But what's really going to be opening up for us the 22nd, I'm channeling right now, the 22nd through the 3rd of January, is like I'm seeing fire and water balance. And it's like our hearts get opened, like unleashed, like this. It's more of like a fire, like the phoenix rising out. And it's like any unfinished projects, it doesn't matter if it was like coming from your inner child, or if it was coming from your inner adolescent, or there's just this pattern correct that is occurring, and it's after the solstice. And it's really exciting because it's like all these doors and opportunities are going to open for you. You have to be the one to recognize it, though. I don't know what it's going to be for you. It could be aligning with a mentor, it could be a move, it could be a romantic connection. But because the heart field is naturally going to be opening and the root chakra is restructuring, a lot of primal power is also returning to your vessel. So the primal power from our planet is what creates worlds, is what moves your timelines. This planet is actually Mother Terra. There's a reason why there's so much life here, is because she has the ability naturally to stabilize as a mother node. Okay, like a planet that carries the mother frequencies to create in the quantum field. So your DNA can change. You can do this by yourself. You can change your DNA. You have to get acquainted with the elements. The original technologies of the universe, the cosmic intelligence is in putting yourself in situations to where you are accessing these portals. This is beyond just having the intention to do so. But through the month of January, what I'm seeing about it's about like the 15th through the 18th, there's a lot of water consciousness. So not just like purification and emotional purification. We just went through that for like the last like 4.5, 5 months. But all the purification that we went through at the latter part of 2025 has already prepared the water consciousness for where we are going. So if you feel dehydrated right now, if you feel like it's a time for renewal, and it's not just because it's the beginning of the year for this calendar that we're referring to, the Gregorian calendar, but it is these chambers in the universe that open up pockets of light, that open up the cosmic web. And I'm seeing this one that's coming in mid-January locks in. So it's going to be a new stream of consciousness, a new stream of light and life force. So you use it to your advantage, because it's an opportunity for you to upgrade your life and like really, pivot it in all areas of your life. It's going to be great for business. It's going to be great for new connections in your communities, whether they're online spaces or local as well, or taking a hybrid approach. But it's a time for us to rediscover ourselves through human relations. That's what I'm seeing. And then also what I'm seeing is like the for those of us who are choosing and like moving on this alignment, like the baggage is gone, like it's just gone. So it's a time of rediscovery. It's a like kind of like, think of, for those of us like who went to preschool and kindergarten, it's like the first day of school. And so like we're attracting, a lot of our karmic contracts are done, and they have been done. So we're attracting our soul mates that we incarnated with to get specific things done. So it might be like agriculture, it might be medical, it might be creative and artistic, it could be, like new sisterhood or new brotherhood connections, whatever it is for you. And it could be multiple things, because you're such a multidimensional badass that it could be all encompassing. And so notice who comes into your life, because a lot of us, like, we're done healing, the boundaries are intact, like we see things for what they are, we can't be manipulated, and we're just really strong in our great God I am presence, like you're not fuckable with. And so taking that forward, we are allowing ourselves to come into spaces with our human family, to where we get to create again, or in a cleaner template. So this message is like really for those who have been trying to work with other people and knowing, like, maybe the last, I'm getting like 7 years has been like testing the waters in maybe different communities or different aspects of yourself. And now it's really going to be coming to a head. Some of us are evolving, like we've chosen to evolve through business. And it doesn't have to be spiritual business at all. Like you could be in finance, you could be a banker, you could be in real estate, you could, own one or multiple restaurants. But part of the mindset work that you do, the manifestation work that you do, the positivity that you spread in your communities or at your workplace is that way. Some of us are like, doing this. We're online, we're creating content. Like for me, like just comes from soul. Like I literally pray and ask God, what do you want? And it's moving forward in a way to where you are moving through your soul growth and your soul lessons through complete sovereignty. And I'm not saying that like having a job or working for somebody else isn't sovereign. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that we have this opportunity to pivot and co-create with our businesses, which I love. Like I love that, or your career or whatever it is, because you get to bring yourself to work. You get to bring yourself out into the world. We get to do this. Through February, at the end of December, around the 30th, up until about like the 15th. Yeah, it's like the 13th, 15th of February. That is going to be like a release for it's like some emotional releases, okay? Like probably some of the water stuff that I'm seeing in the field that I'm channeling right now. But new projects really anchor in March. So what to do? What you're going to be doing is, more than just hyping yourself up. You are choosing your identity. You're choosing, okay, this is this version of myself, and I think like this, I walk like this, I act like this, I emotionally respond like this, or these are my boundaries. But putting yourself through like your own boot camp. So I just wanted to share some tips real quick before I jump off. Thanks for hanging out with me. Again, my name is Kira Duran. If you want to book one of the half-off sessions that I have for the month of December, you're going to go to my website, kiraduran.com. I am keeping the Cyber December specials open. So this is $2,000 off of 3-month mentoring with a VIP experience in Colorado, or we can go to Puerto Morelos, Mexico together. Look out for the retreats in Mexico in 2026. I am opening private immersions, private retreats in Puerto Morelos, Mexico. So this could, well, I'll just drop the link below. Make sure you get that. But also, at the end of the year, I'm, offering Your Super Soul is a Badass. It's a 3-week boot camp. I'm going to also put that information below. And December cyber specials that are accessible on my website. A percentage of those is supporting one, she's one Lakota family from the Lakota Nation. And I've chosen to support a grandmother in her 70s that is, she's taking care of her grandchildren, raising her grandchildren all by herself. And she's badass, freaking strong woman, right? But I've chosen that the proceeds from those December cyber sales are going to her. Whew. All right, last little bit here is the way that the momentum is going to shift around the equinox. So solstice to equinox, this period of like 3 months, it's not cleansing anymore, and it's not healing, it's restructuring, it's groundedness, it's focus, and getting excited about yourself, and you're, living a really good life. And a good life is a life of service. I'm not saying like be a servant or dropping your vibration, but creating and being the architect of your own life and helping other architects engineer theirs, or bringing your gifts together. So that's what I'm seeing. I hope that this message serves you. I have gotten some feedback that some people would like me to do the zodiac readings again. I am not an astrologer. I'm a seer. I'm an interdimensional, intergalactic seer. And yes, I can see collectives of groups, and that's why it's easy to, channel. Like, for example, I'm a Taurus sun sign. I can, like, if I say, okay, I want to channel the Taurus collective, I literally see all the Taurian energy and the human stuff and can channel on that. So if you'd like to see more of those videos, I just need feedback from you guys. I would love to know what you would like to learn when it comes from cosmic and earth news. That's going to be, obviously here, how to move through ascension, how to continue to recalibrate your business and entrepreneurial business tips, as well as utilizing cosmic codes to move through the expansion of your life force and business. So that's your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, as well as how you use your quantum senses, which is your quantum senses is having the hyper awareness to recode your reality and becoming the vessel for the creator to operate through you. It's that simple, but it can be very technical. And the work that I do with my one-on-one students, it's the active recoding process to where they are using the inertia from these quantum codes to restructure their life. Like I was saying, like some frequencies are dormant and some can be reactivated. We're not in the business of reactivating what has already been healed. We are in the business of recoding and finding new structures in the body which are already naturally coming in. So remember that if you're feeling any sort of tension in the body, it might be a higher frequency starting to come in. So breathe with it. Find the one quick tip that I teach everybody. I train people through art. I train people through breath and through movement. And also, depending on what we're doing, structure and focus, especially in business, but the energy recoding process literally will be bringing new information from other universes, other planets, or even from your own soul expertise and reprogram. It's beyond neurological programming. Of course, that's part of it. But it's these structures and these layers in the quantum field that operate together. So for example, let's say like this is like your 3D self and this is your 4D and this is your 5D. The upper dimensional consciousness speaks through sounds and vibrations and patterns. And they can get translated, and they get those vibrations, patterns, and sounds get translated through an idea, or usually through like a picture or a color. So that's why I ask my students like, oh, well, what color is that? I'm like, what? I'm here for this reason. You want to talk about colors? Yes, I do. Because if there's purple coming in through your back of your field, that's a new manifestation. It's the pocket. It's a window for a new timeline. So if we connect with that intentionally, that's going to start giving you information, and it's going to influence your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. And we keep on recoding and recalibrating to what that is, because it's so easy to stay looping based upon what we feed ourselves. Even if it's great mindset, you know, like your podcast or whatever it is. But what would happen if we operated from the perspective of our sovereign soul? So that's what this is about. Let me know. I love your feedback. You could email me hello@kiraduran.com or leave me some comments. I hope this serves you.